Good day, I'm Ikslorin, and usually on this channel we do one deck weekly and constructed, but Blizzard just released a new game mode, so I thought it would be fitting to at least look at this new game mode on the Mondays video. So, really I'm here to ask the question, WTF is the Tavern Brawl? Please, no one gets upset about me doing that joke, please. I mean, I don't want to get sued. Anyone? Okay, good. I have no idea actually what this is. I have only read actually on Blizzard's page what it is, and it changes each week, so it looks very much interesting. And the first week seems to be something about Blackrock Mountain, so let's just press the brawl button and go in and play. And there's interesting. It's actually just finding directly a match, so there's going to be a preset deck, I guess, this week. I mean, this Tavern Brawl seems to be some way to fix the issue that a lot of people had with the arena being the endgame type of content, since the arena, pretty much the meta on that one has also been figured out. So the people who are pretty much bored of playing constructed and also the arena, since that one has been figured out, I guess the thing is that since you change this Tavern Brawl up each and every week, you're going to be in a fine position to that you are just going to be enough. What am I trying to say? That you're going to be more than enough entertained to actually still play when another expansion or adventure comes out. I guess that is really the idea behind this thing. I don't think anything. Whatever this is, whenever play. It really is 5 mana, but I think I'll throw that away. I think that is the business idea behind this thing, just due to the fact that I cannot see any entry fee to this thing, unlike what we have in the arena. So I would expect that to be the reason. Oh, I start with 5 mana. Very interesting. Summon 2/2 whelps. Your hero power becomes deal 8 damage to a random enemy. Right now it's just a 5/1 Magma Rager, and this is just get random spells that cost 0. Well, I'll actually just go for this. I don't think I want the 2/2 whelps. I'd rather get a fireball. Sweet. Cool. Yeah, I guess that is really the idea. As long as the Tavern Brawl doesn't have an entry fee, I think that is pretty much the idea behind that, to actually keep people interested, and so that you don't lose potential customers between each and every time you play, or each and every time you release a new expansion or a new adventure. So it's a 7/7 for 4. Let's just play that and play on curve. A sap, awesome. So I guess I have to wash Ragnaros down, or Wombi, just due to the fact that he is probably going to have a lot of good stuff whenever he's actually going to be started, while I'm going to start a little bit ahead of him. Until your next turn, it deals damage to this... What? Deal 5 damage to all enemies. To all enemies? But doesn't it then deal damage to him? That's why he probably said mistake. Also damage the minions next to whomever they attack. Okay, so that is very much like one of the legendaries. So I'll actually just go for another one here. Randomly split. Okay, I'm getting a lot of good stuff by this thing. I like it. And why not? Getting some whelps. I'm pretty certain that we're in a fight position, yeah? This one should explode to all enemies which are mine. Okay, cool. I did think that enemies would be the enemy of the minion and not the one that had played the card, but okay. It's fine. I mean, we can learn for this game and probably win the next, except if we end up being Ragnaros that turn. But okay, I actually like this first week. It's very, very much different from anything else. We're going to play Ragnaros or Nefarian ourselves, playing with all of these over OP cards that we had in the adventure. Start of your turn, give your minions +3 attack. Well, this thing... god, can you stop killing everything I have? Well, I'm not going to play anything then, because it's just going to be killed, so... Let's just get some more cards with this. Trigger all death rattles, there's no death rattles here. And... yeah, deal some more damage, and that's pretty much it. And then we lose everything we have. But at least, we still have 50 HP, and we have a lot of good stuff in our hand, so we can sap with... we should play something big. Start of your turn, summon a legendary minion. Interesting. I like that. Looks very interesting, especially for a fireball. So let's just fireball that and summon these whelps and probably sap this 8/8. I think that is a good idea. Get a new card. I'm pretty much, since there's no way to actually know what we're playing against, I'm pretty much just playing this one turn for another and trying to just get the highest value out of everything that I do. There's not much I can actually do about with commentary, unlike usually, where I just talk about what cards my opponent could have and what cards I could have in my deck and I need. Just due to the fact that it's completely impossible for me to actually know. We're also getting pretty close to his stuff changing. All spells cost 3 less. Well, that doesn't matter now, does it? Since everything I have is already at 0 cost, so... let's just get something more. Well, Avenging Wrath wouldn't be the worst. Then we make, if we get everything down here to 4, we could Shadow Flame it. Damn close though. Actually, pretty damn close. Yeah, actually we can just Shadow Flame now. First we should, no. There we go. First face, and then Shadow Flame. There we go. Perfect. And I think that's just end our turn. And I don't think we're actually ever going to be able to use the Immortal Strike with 6 damage. Just due to the fact that I hopefully never will get down to 12 HP. At least before Ragnar's gets there. But actually it looks like Ragnar is slowly getting the board, so I guess I've misplayed this heavily. Well, this would make this one viable. All spells cost less too. Let's just get something off with this. Ah, sweet. Also damage the minions next. Nah. Well, start of my next turn. Well, this will survive no matter what, even after this thing goes off. And I think I'm just going to deal 5 damage to his face because I have nothing else to do. So he's probably going to kill the 2/2. Just with the weapon after he has used any spells he would want. Probably try and hurt this Razor Gore first. Get it all the way down to 8. Then he would use the new hero power that he would get from Death Rattle here. That is really just Ragnar's. So whenever he has actually removed this weapon over here to the left, so then he would actually be able to kill it. Cast Corruption on all of the minions. Oh, really? So on my turn, right? At the start of the opponent's turn. Opponent player's turn. This is my turn, right? I hope so. I mean, now another text that said opponent, and then it was mine, and then the other one it was his. I'm not completely sure anymore. It looks like cool. Well, let's actually just start off with Blessings of Kings. This is Battle Cry only, but we should probably go for face with it, maybe? I mean, we can't just go for this. And I don't know why I would... and actually just go for face. I mean, I feel pretty safe. We can... with just 1 extra damage, we can actually kill him. And I have a 10/10 on the board, except if he has a big game hunter. You can also go for the Die Insect together with the Lucifer to actually kill it. So I'm pretty much putting him into a position where he has to answer it. But with the hero power, it's still going to be very much in his favor. But at least I guess I get a good trade. I don't know. His main problem is that Chromagus is just going to die now. Always wins brawls. Add a brawl to your hand. Nice. So everything I would play now would be just dead. Bite. Awesome. So we can kill this one. Wait a minute, now we can't. Because we are 1 away. Of course we can't. Well, I mean, we're just 1 away, so, but the thing is, if I play this one, right, then we will just end up with me, with him going for a brawl and then have 4-1 on the board. But then he can also just go in and trade with the other ones, so I guess the end result is the same, pretty much, except that I take 4 more damage to the face and I lose a 5-5 by the brawl being used. I think that is really what it is. I have no idea really what I have to do here. I'm still pretty close to this, and then whenever Komagas would go down together with another minion, so that we can try and play around the hero power, then we should hopefully be able to get enough cards again in hand that we can do something. Problem is, as you can see, he has 4 cards in hand, I have 2, and I even have 4 more cards from this wild magic thing, where he has none. And now he's actually beginning to start up being in a really good position here. I just think... Oh, I like that. Let's just go for... Actually, I think let's just go for Komagas and just go for the 50-50 between... with his hero power. And then we... At least the secret will make it so that we can actually stay alive a little bit longer, but... Please face. No. Damn. Well. That's something. So we're going all the way up against 28 HP, and we will have a Blackwing Corruptor that will not be able to be buffed. We have no reason to use the Feign Death. We can hopefully get a Pyroblast. That is hopefully the only thing that we can get, really. Light of Thunder, whoa. Well, cool. I mean, it is a minion at least. It cannot really be used for much else, but I'm really betting on just some direct damage to his face, and that is really not what you would hope for. Maybe something like a quick shot. I think that is what it's called. I can still not remember that new face hunter card for yeah, hunters, obviously. I think it's called Quick Shot or something like that. The one that draws cards. I really need some card draw. Top decking right now twice each turn. And his... It's a random enemy and he has kept on just hitting me. Ouch. Ouch. I think I'm dead. Right? Yeah, I'm so dead. Yeah, except for if his Steinsect has actually, or his hero power has actually hit the right thing each and every time. So I wouldn't be surprised if he hits me in the face now. Damn. Well, at least we now know what the hell we are doing here, but actually, I'm not completely sure. At least I get some gold. That is good. That is good. Let's go again, then. Let's go again. I mean, hopefully we can go for Ragnaros instead. Or Nefarian. Really, it seems like Nefarian just... If I knew that I had 5 mana at the first time, I would probably also have mulliganed differently. I cannot remember my opening hands, both of them. But I'm a Nefarian again for the first and for the second. I probably also misplayed a lot of other stuff, but at least I'm beginning to know what I'm having in my hand right now. So this would we are going to go second, so this will be able to not kill anything, just due to the fact that he has no ability to play anything turn 1. Oh, damn, sorry. Turn 1. I think actually the Blackwing Corruptor together with the hero power is going to be great. This thing together with the hero power next turn would also be great. So I think this is better. We could also have kept the legendary killer that I just mulliganed away, because we can actually get it to pretty much be played turn 3 or 4. So it is pretty much just a big game hunter at that point. But I think this is more than fine. Whenever your opponent plays a card, gain 2 attack. Sweet. Since his hero power is so far away, actually, from doing anything, why not just play it? Let's just do this. Hopefully get a fireball again. Ooh. Nice. As long as he doesn't have a polymorph, and I don't think he has a polymorph. If anything, I will only be the one to able to get a polymorph with wild magic. But it seems like I have to go for the Mark of Nature actually on my dear Blackwing Technician. Or we could just go for the Blackwing Co-opter and yeah, just go for face with everything else. Coin, another wild magic. Silence, I mean, a minion. Not exactly what I need, at least right now, but it's a good thing to actually have for later. There were some very irritating things that we saw from Wagner's. So I'm actually pretty fine with this. I would rather want a Tremendous with Mark of Nature, just due to the fact that a Tremendous will just snowball much more. But this looks great. We can trade him a Tremendous and Mark of Nature. Then we would be able to do Health and Taunt, trade, Wild Magic. Why not? Bloodlust. Interesting. Now we just need minions. But really, we can play 2 7/7s next turn. That is in no way going to be OP in one way or another. Deal 6 damage. Oh, damn. Fill your board with 2/2 whelps. That could be useful. I think actually I just want to keep on doing this. I might actually... I was thinking about going for this together with a Shadow Flame. I just think that is maybe a little bit too much. Actually, this is a really good combo. We should probably keep that. 8 mana really for killing everything. I don't really want to use Archimedes just yet, or kill Archimedes just yet, so... And trade away, so let's go for this. Freeze all minions! Oh yes. There we go. Except if he has another one, this would be even worse, but... I think this is great. And let's just play this one since we have nothing else to do. We already have a second one for the combo. So that should be more than fine, actually. I feel like I have a little bit more of a gist around what we're actually doing. In the sense that I'm actually already now finding some combos to use. And more importantly, having somewhat of a plan for the next few turns. Which is rather important. To say the least. So, actually, let's just go for this together with the Shadow Flame. That is not going to be useful at all, actually, now that I think about it. Double a minion's attack. That is going to be really cool if we have a Chromatic Drake that is still on the board. That is 14 damage in one turn. And we can pretty much kill everything, so if he should flood the board, we're going to be in a great position. So he would probably trade this way and then go in here too. Or... yeah, okay, fair enough. I was thinking if he was taunting me actually, due to the fact, but it was actually just the death rattle here. So there you go. Sweet. We could have, would probably even better to not use the Blessed Champion yet and just use the Bloodlust for this. Just to kill everything together with Shadow Flame. I think so. I don't see any reason to use Bloodlust yet. So... Shadow Flame that. Dragon Consort. And no mana left. And end our turn. Cool. So we can probably go for the Open the Gates next turn. I haven't seen yet any kind of removal from him. The Open the Gates also negates the hero power. Though he seems to be a little bit more, nice in one way or another, with his RNG here. Though then again, let's silence this. Let's fill the board. Go for this. I like that. When one of your minion dies, return them to life. I think I'm just going to play the secret. I think it's bad because he's probably going for the whelps at first. But hopefully he's going for the 5/5 just instinctively because it's the biggest thing. But he's going for face, thinking that it maybe be eye for eye or just there we go, fire elemental. So it's still going to be great because we're going to have a lot of good trading here, to be honest. Pretty much use these to go in here, then trade this way. Then we can use 2 more in here. Then we will still have a 2/2 left. As it's still the same. That's still the same. Blessed Champion, probably not going to be anything. Summon 2 2/1 whelps. Well, let's go for that then. And, well, actually just go for this first, because we have nothing else to do. Freezing Trap. I'm just the most obnoxious person in the world right now, ain't I? Let's see. What would be the best value here? Probably kill this, because I don't want the battle cry. Though I also don't really want, actually, this. I just silenced it, so I don't actually want this one back again. Could also use Blessed Champion on this one. Yeah, let's go for that. Just to negate the battle cry, and we don't have any dragons anymore, but at least it's a minion, so if we get another Bloodlust, we will be in a great position. I like how I'm betting on 1 card from this hero power, even though that I'm pretty much only going to get... It's pretty much out of a pool of how many cards? Like 100 or something? Well. Bite. Okay, so at least that wasn't from the hero power. Oh. Well. So actually let's just fight that. Keep the minion on the board, because that is more valuable than the HP. My problem just really right now is that we need some way to trigger when Black Hand whenever we get another legendary down on the board. That is my main concern right now. Again, we are ending up with just top decking 2 cards at once. And he is going to draw 2 cards. That is not good at all. I'm getting out 2, so we don't have anything on the board. We have blue and Black Hand to kill it. We just need a dragon. There you go. Cool. I mean, everything goes as planned. There's no RNG in any way involved in any of this. Man. Well, at least it looks like I'm again having the board. He has the card advantage though. And I think if he just goes twice again in with twice again into my face with his hero power, I'm just going to be dead. I have to trade away into this High Justice Grimstone to do anything. I'm just going to be dead, really. Cards cost 3 less. It's a dragon. It's actually of no matter at all, is it? Actually, it was. Damn. Well, I'm dead. Except if his RNG is wrong, but I don't think I'm able to get back from this. Just due to the fact that I have to keep on playing stuff on the board to just play around the RNG on his hero power, while he just has to pretty much kill me within one of the next few turns. Yes, actually just need to go with the whirling ash right into my face, and I'm actually dead. Damn. Well, if I could get Ragnaros, I think I would actually be in a much better position here. I have actually no idea exactly how I should play Nefarin. It looks like it's much more of an aggressive deck than what I actually would think. I mean, we have much more mana at first, making it so possible for us to actually play stuff at first, while he just has to try and survive until later. It makes a lot of sense, really. And finally, we are Ragnaros, so it should be possible to hopefully do something. Oh, that is not reversed, really, to Flame Imps, yeah. We're going to take some damage by that, but we're also going to be able to keep board control early, and the Living Bomb, that is also pretty good. Because we are going to be able to shut down a lot of stuff on the board, so I like what we have in our hand right now. And we should probably just use the weapon each and every turn. Just due to the fact that we want the hero power, the other hero power, as fast as humanly possible. And this is obviously better than this Molten Rage. This is we're probably going for a Flame Imp together with the hero power. At turn 3, should he not play anything. We can trade with this, I like that. With both of these things. And play a 6/6 taunt. And we top deck another one. Perfect. I mean, we have already taken like 8 damage in total, but if it's anything like the other games, we're probably going to be able to win. Even though it was also a very strong opening from the times we played Nefarians, so hopefully we are either going to learn how to play Nefarian, how that is really irritating, or we are going to just win as we've seen the other Wagners be able to do rather convincingly. Choose an enemy if it lives your next turn. Okay, so it is actually going to be able to be playing something. So let's go into this. Go for this, probably. And another taunt wouldn't be the worst, together with this. I like that. Then we can go for the Flame Height next turn. I don't really want to use the Flaming Bomb yet. There's no real need. There's no big minions to kill this turn. So I don't really think that it is worth it. So what could he play? I mean, he has 7 mana. He has a lot of good stuff. For that, we have seen we also something like this Corruptor could kill, and it's working much better than when we did it. But also the fact that there were some more 8 and 9 mana things, I guess, from. So we're probably going to see something irritating the next turn first, but still going to be having to look out for any bigger things that we have to be aware of. Oh. Corruption. Cool. So that is pretty much one massive clear, right? Because the corruption spell is going to be able to be used, but just kill everything just whenever I press enemy end turn. Yeah, that was how it worked when we played Nefarians. So, Fan of Knives, well, it is actually pretty well used at this point. Huh. That's a good use out of Wild Magic, I like it. Chromatic Drake, I like that too. I like that too. This might be actually more than enough to actually warrant a Lucifer. Summon 2 to 4 Core Hound pups. Nah, they're not really worth it. Are they? Except that if there's anything on these that would actually be worth it. At the start of your enemy's turn, right? No, on my turn, of course it is. Damn. Well, you have to do something wrong, right? Man, I feel bad. I mean, okay, Onyxia, that should be with Baron Geddon pretty easy to deal with, I think. Yeah. You can also go for the Living Bomb just on Onyxia, just... Yeah, so that then it will kill pretty much everything and itself. Okay, that was actually the death rattle. I didn't see that, but that only means we can go for the kill on that. Of course. Yeah. That was a little bit of a waste, wasn't it? Oh, hey, those emotes are pretty cool. I should probably try them out. That is going to be bad, isn't it? That's going to be really bad. Well, at least we have to go for Baron Geddon, and that is pretty obvious. Just due to the fact that we have to kill all of these whelps to not die. Well, man, I'm actually seeing a lot of synergy that we had to remember for last time. For next time. Whenever we play Nefarian, actually. And he has 17 damage already on the board. That is not going to be half of our HP, but pretty close to it. We have to use our hero power more. That is actually what we have to do. If we're just going to be as lucky as Rumbi, the one we played at first, it's probably going to be more than fine. We just have to do something that is actually Not going to kill us. Jesus Christ. The thing is just that I feel like that I didn't have as good draws with this, but really it's just me having played it completely wrong and not knowing what I'm doing throughout the rest of this. Deal 6 damage, well at least I can kill that then. For certain, and kill that sure enough. And this one too. But this one is just going, these are just going to trade in one way or another, so yeah, just going to trade out, so. This is not really the best still. We can play a lot of our hand, but I pretty much fill the board with something. But again, I've been very bad with actually value plays, because again, it doesn't seem like actually it was just that Nefarian is going to end up with not having any cards faster than Ragnos. It's just me not playing valuable in any way. And there we go. I'm now in completely unable to actually play anything except as long as I have some kind of silence here. Right. Except this one hits, which it doesn't. At least Flame Strike will do it, but still, I have only been able to really hit him for 10 damage throughout this whole game. I mean, I can't play my whole hand next turn and also go for the hero power. Maybe still get it around. I mean, we also, as Nefarian, I always got my Ragnos all the way down to around 10 HP and then died both times. But this Nefarian is way better than me, as we can see. That should be rather obvious. This should be played. This should probably also be played. Always wins brawls. That would probably not be the worst. An overload, as is really not actually useful. That is useful though. And that is probably also useful. Okay, cool. So we still now actually have 16 HP. We are getting slowly maybe back into this. Is it really just designed so that Ragnos actually is close to death and then Nefarian wins? I mean, if so, then that is pretty good design, because 3 games in a row they have actually been played out exactly the same. And he doesn't have a dragon in hand. That's good to know. And he probably got something great out of that wild magic. Didn't he? Sap. Oh, actually that is more than fine with me. He removed 6 damage from his face, but actually I'm just going to play it again and just going to go straight in, kill that. Go in here. Yeah, cool. We can play all that and that. There we go. Pretty much have lethal already now. So yeah, it looks like actually this thing is just very well designed, making Ragnos, if both players are at least at the same level, then Ragnos will win. Just with if Nefarian cannot kill him within the first few turns. I don't hope so that it actually is designed so that Ragnos always will win, because that would be bad design, and then it just comes down to who gets Ragnos. Because, I mean, we have seen 3 games in a row now with Ragnos always maybe winning. I mean, I still could die pretty much to 2 Pyroblasts getting from the wild magic here. Deal 1 damage to all of the minions. Well, I can just go for this, right? Both players are spell damage. Okay, is he just... How much damage do I even have? I have like 30. So where does this one go is really the question. Well, that is more than fine with me. We're just going to trade away. And go straight for face with everything. There we go, down to 10. And I don't think it's possible for him to really get anything out of the wild magic that would be able to kill us. He would have to have some insane mage combo, really, if he had to get something like that. Maybe he could get an ice block out of that, but that would only be 1 turn and he has to deal with this board. He could go, maybe get a twisting nether. I mean, that has pretty much killed me before, but doesn't look like it. Okay, so Ragnos 3-0. Well, at least it's going to be a very interesting one. So, a pack has been earned and some gold has been earned. That is cool too. Now I'm though interested in what is going to happen now. Okay, so I can just... there's a lot of win... there's a win counter hit down. and I can just press on Brawl. There doesn't seem to be an entry fee. So what I said earlier, this actually looks like a free game mode as such, which can never be something that you, or at least the first week at least is free and doesn't need a ticket. So they're like something like a ticket for until the first win. But so if there's actually no fee on this at all, and I can't remember actually seeing that when reading up on it, then I guess my guess about what this is good for from within the first few minutes, where I said this is really just to keep players engaged in the game until another expansion is out. I think that is very true. From a business standpoint, that makes a lot of sense, really, this Tavern Brawl game mode. At least, it looks very much interesting. And it was very much a refreshing change to Hearthstone, so I cannot complain. I like it. And I'm very much looking forward to what other weird stuff they can come up with. As I understand it will not only be something like this where you have some preset decks with preset heroes that are also very weird, but also just with you having to build a deck that is built on a certain restraints or with certain cards buffed or nerfed. So I'm very much intrigued about what they can do with this Tavern Brawl, and I think it's a very nice idea, both from a business standpoint and from a gameplay and consumer standpoint. So thank you for watching. See ya.